Hello, and welcome to the Route 9 Library Maker Lab tutorial, the Ultimaker 3. This tutorial assumes that you have a G-code print file ready to print and stored on a flash drive. Alternatively, the Ultimaker 3 can be connected via Ethernet cable directly to the machine. Before beginning, check to see if you have these items: clippers to snip the filament, tweezers to manipulate the hot filament if needed, alcohol and a microfiber cloth to clean the printer bed, and a scraper to retrieve your item at the end of printing. To begin, turn the Ultimaker on by flipping the switch on the back of the machine. Prep the filament by clipping the end to a 45-degree angle. After that, bend the filament slightly to straighten the end section to help to insert into the machine. Give the rollers a quick spin before placing the filament roll onto them. It should be able to spin freely. If needed, loosen or tighten the bolts using an Allen wrench. To load the filament, select Material Print Core. Note, make sure that the bottom of the display says No Material before attempting to load. Take your snipped and straightened filament and insert it into the back of the machine, in the bottom of the material box. Push up and hold the lever on the side of the box. Push the filament through so that only a small amount is showing above the box. Next, scroll to Material Print Core. Again, double-check that the Ultimaker thinks no material is loaded into the machine. Select Material 1 and then load. The nozzle will move itself to the back of the machine. The Ultimaker wants you to use its filament spools, which have chips that tell the machine what it is. As we do not have those, we manually select the material. Scroll to the bottom and select Tough PLA. If you are having problems with your filament jamming or not flowing properly, there is an extra step you can take. Instead of hitting confirm right away, wait a bit and let the filament rise. What this does is give the machine extra time to heat the print core so that the filament melts properly. Once it has almost reached the top of the machine, go ahead and select confirm. The filament will be pushed into the nozzle and will eject the existing filament as well as some of the new. Grab the tweezers and pull off this excess filament. Watch the nozzle. If the filament is flowing straight down, with no curling or bubbles, then hit confirm on the screen. The Ultimaker is now loaded and ready to print. To change the filament, simply unload the filament and reload it with a different color. If you find that loading new filament jams up your machine, which can cause the feeder gears to chew up your filament, or it has trouble flowing properly, here at Route 9 Library we have an alternate method of manually switching filament. Note, the machine will assume it is the original type of filament. So only do this if the printing parameters of the new filament are similar to the original. If it is different, make sure you use your slicing software to input the correct printing instructions for your new filament into the G-code print file. This time, in the menu, make sure the machine knows that material is already loaded. Scroll to Print Core 1, then down to Set Temperature. Spin the dial right and set it to around 220 degrees, or to whatever temperature your filament spool suggests for printing. The screen will monitor the temperature as it rises. As it's heating up, go to the back of the machine. Using 2 fingers, push down on the white rim surrounding the filament tube. Then pull it out with your other hand. Manually pull out the filament to put it away. Just like before, insert the new filament into the machine. Holding the lever to push it through. This time, keep pushing until the filament is all the way through to the end of the tube. Make sure it sticks out a couple of inches from the end of the tube. Insert the tube into the machine, pushing until the tube is all the way back into position and cannot be pushed anymore. To make sure that this new filament is ready to print, scroll up to Material 1. Once there, go down to Move. Slowly rotate to the right. The machine will attempt to push out this new filament. Just as before, it should flow straight down, with no bubbles or curling. If everything is ready, you can now print your design. Insert the USB or use a connected machine to start the print. Make sure to double check that you have the correct file. Be sure to watch to make sure that the first crucial layer of your print has adhered to the bed. Once it's complete, do not touch your print until the bed has cooled down to around 40 degrees. Make sure to use your scraper to pop the design off when retrieving to minimize your hands touching the bed. Thanks for watching.